Visitors
and
around.
mom gives you this eye,
Yes.
Catch more of this every Monday to Friday at 9 p.m.
A very good evening to you, esteemed viewer. Thank you so much for watching Church of Uganda Family TV. This is Family Hour. Here we are. Of course, some people are already home, others are still on their way. But from wherever you're watching us from, we welcome you to this show. This is a Wednesday, and of course, every Wednesday we are here talking about finances and wealth. Now, because we are still in the early days of this year, there is something that we really do not want to underlook, because whatever financial plans you have or whatever financial achievements you want to register at the end of the year, they all start with planning, and that is why we want to take time and see how we can draw a roadmap to achieve our goals. And of course, that's what we are discussing today, because if you do not have a strategy, then you'll be I was about to say you'll be like the lost sheep who don't know where they are going. Now, you need to have a roadmap, especially if you have goals to achieve. Sometimes we get excited on the way. Probably you had something you wanted to achieve, and then on the way you see something so beautiful and enticing, and then you switch to the other thing and you leave what you wanted to achieve. So that is all brought about by not having a clear strategy, a clear roadmap. Now today, that is the line we are taking in our discussion of the family hour, so that by 31st December, before 12, crossing into the new year, you have something to register and say, so in January I set these goals and this is what I consider. But I don't want to preempt this discussion, because we have a financial consultant here with us. He's also the CEO of Mugwe Safaris. Of course, we welcome you from a very busy season of the summer.
Thank you.
A very good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Thanks for crossing from 2024 to 2025.
We've not met since the year started. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, I would like to thank people who are viewing us on Family TV. They are in your sitting room. You happy to see that we are back in 2025 with our family program. I would like to thank all my family members and all people who are following us online on this program, because I know this program is going to change many people, and many people have been changed already. They are doing and moving in a positive trend and life. So Edrine, welcome to this year. I believe that this year is the year of success, and we're going to make it to another year. As you said, coming back to December, we shall come here to testify that God has done this and this. Indeed. And we have crossed it with a positive trend.
Amen. So, how is Mugwe Safaris? You know, you have very many families.
Yes. You want to mention all of them?
But how are all those other families?
They are all
I
good.
just know a few.
All our families are good. At least we've not registered anything bad. In 2025, God has been faithful and He has kept us alive.
So today we are looking at creating a roadmap for achieving your goals, and of course we want to start from the basics as we are discussing. Maybe if we can talk about some of the elements of a clear goal. Because at one time on this platform you gave us a difference. You explained to us what a goal is.
Yes.
And I believe people still remember, but in case we have someone new coming through, probably you can, for their benefit, first of all tell them what a goal is, and then we look at elements of a good goal.
Okay.
An achievable goal.
Edrine, before I go to the goal, I would like to quote this to our people who are viewing us.
Okay.
That if you don't know where you're going, then you end up where you don't want to go. As the year is just beginning, we need to plan in advance. You know, when we're ending the year at 31st and 1st January, very many people were in different places praying so that God may bless them to be successful in this year, having very long lists of prayers. And the good thing, we have come here in January, whereby all these things we can look at them and analyze where people can put their money and succeed in their life. You asked me about the goal. You know, there are something like 3 things which confuses our people. 1 is a vision. 2 is a mission. 3 is a goal. I think I can stop there for today on the 3 of them. When you're looking about a vision, very many people are confused in the area when it comes to a vision. They confuse vision with goal. They confuse vision with mission. So at the end of the day, you look at someone and you see that he's totally messed up. Some of them have the vision book. Which vision book? They wrote in the vision book, this year I want a house. This year I want salary of this. I want salary increment. This year I want this. That one cannot be a vision in a reality. When you are talking about a vision in business, it's something which is very big. It may cost the whole of your life without achieving it. You get that? Like, I may set my vision that by 2040, I want to be the president of this country. You get that? And many people will laugh and say, how will it come? It's a big vision which I've set for myself. By 2040, to be a president of Uganda, I may not get to the position to be the president of Uganda, but I may be nearly to the position of the president of Uganda. Maybe a cabinet minister, maybe a honorable member of parliament. So when we are setting a vision, we set something which is big, beyond our imagination. And that is what we call, we live for our legacy. People live for their dreams, for what they have set to achieve. You get, when you go to school, you say, I want to be an engineer. That is something which is achievable. Because you count that right now I'm in senior 2, or senior 3, or senior 4, or senior 5. After 2-3 years, I will manage to get the course for engineering and do it. So that one cannot be a vision. You get that? Because it is something which is very achievable in life. So we come. So when we are setting a vision is an imagination, a big thing. You imagine something big. Where do I want to be? By this age, where do I want to go? By this age, what would I have done in this country? You get that? And some business, when they are setting visions, I'll give an example. Family TV being the
region's most acclaimed model, Family TV,
which will be seen in every home in Uganda or in East Africa. You get that? It becomes very, very hard to check that maybe it is 9 p.m. that every home is watching Family TV. And it may take Family TV the whole of its lifetime to get there, and it will never get there. If you set a vision which is achievable, then you've not set a vision for yourself. I can leave it at that stage. Then I go to what we call a mission. A mission is your structure. You get that? What do you want to be? So actually, what people set on 31st December, I can call them Mission 2025. Because they said something which is going to stop in 2025. So a mission is a structure. You structure in that period to get to your vision. So when we come to a goal is an achievement. Something you want to achieve. Either immediately or you set the time when you want to achieve that. Is an aim. You are aiming at that particular thing. You are fighting for that just as a goal. People who watch soccer, they target that when we go in the pitch, we want to get the goals. You get that? We want to get 5, 3, 4 goals, and they fight to achieve those goals. So a goal is an achievement which you want to achieve this year. So when we are talking about things, how people should look at how they want to achieve this year. One, me, I would look at 2024. You get that? You get the challenges. You get where you messed up. You get what you did not do well. You get areas you had weaknesses, and write them down. Any business you attempted to do and it failed, find out why did it fail. After looking at 2024, come to 2025. Now, try to eliminate all the mistakes which happened in 2024 and focus on the positive trend where you want to be in 2025. So you are setting now a goal for yourself because you are looking at the past, the present, and forecasting the future. But you cannot just jump at once and you go to the future without knowing your mistake, without knowing where you are now, and without knowing where you're going. That's the mistake which people make in a business world. I know you have the blessing which pastors prayed for you, but check back. There are mistakes which you did. You would have been somewhere. Maybe they called you for that job, you did not go to do it. They called you to do business somewhere, you did not go to do that business. And you pass there, you find someone who did that very business which you had in mind. He's making more money than what you expect, and you say, maybe I would have done this. Don't say maybe you would have done this, but say that was a mistake for 2024. Now we are in 2025. I want to proceed and do better. So we need our people to set their goals in such a way. I'll give an example. You see, when we are setting goals, it involves like I have to tell my people, to those who are viewing us, one, they have to think about saving and investment as one of the goals which can make them to succeed in their life. Because without saving and investment in life, you cannot succeed. I'm not saying saving. Don't save the money and leave the money there redundantly.
To grow.
Money does not grow on a tree. Money does not grow in the sacks. Money does not grow in the house. But save your money. After saving your money, know that you're going to invest that money somewhere. I would like our viewers to look, check on the past list of the last year and look at the things which you used to spend money on. Maybe are the things which are denying you to succeed. Check everything you used to spend money on, and if that thing you were spending money on is not a need, compare the needs and the wants. After comparing the two, needs and wants, where you've been overspending, and if you find that you have been overspending on the wants than the needs, cut off the wants. The wants, these are things like going to disco, going to a bar, hiring cars if you don't have a car, eating too much food if you don't afford that. Those are wants, because any person can be satisfied from any restaurant at any amount of money. So if you cannot afford that, as for now, leave it for the people who can afford, and pray to God to help you get there and afford also to buy what you don't want. But prepare right now. People should sit down and prepare right now. Cut off all the wants and make sure you save that money. After saving that money, pray to God and hope that you invest that money somewhere. Don't just leave that money there. So that is one way we can begin to build our goals. And as our viewer, they are listening and seeing us, they must look for goals which are smart in nature. Smart, measurable, specific, and achievable. You get that? Smart meaning you are not, after looking at the list for last year, you are not going to mess up again. Don't look for something big because someone has done it, but look for something which is measurable to your capacity. to your capacity. You want to do a business. How much do you have? What can it do? What do you have in your mind? You get that? You want to get somewhere to do some job. What do you want? How is your qualification? Are they equivalent to what they want? It should be something which is very measurable. So that it can help you to know that when you start from a humble beginning, you always testify that I started from here, but God has helped me to get there.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, of course, you told us about the vision, the mission, and the purpose. But how do I incorporate now my vision and the purpose into my roadmap of achieving that particular goal?
One thing you have to know is if you're thinking highly, if you're thinking highly, you dream big.
Okay.
You get that? And all the dreamers, they get what they want to get. They may get them late, but they get what they want to get.
Okay.
From there, I want to delete or to enlarge some of the mindset which is moving on social media. You know, people create a lot of things and they stick on them without doing what is needed. That even at the age of 60, God can bless you to get there. Age does not matter. My friend, age matters somehow, somewhere. It matters. How? The example they always give of the person who started a business at 60 and succeeded, I think that person is not there right now to enjoy the money which is coming from that business.
But the children are enjoying, and
the children are enjoying, but himself is not there to enjoy that money. But when you check his history, he did not just come and start on that at the age of 60, but he was doing something until when God blessed him at the age of 60.
So at 60, he just had a breakthrough.
Yes. So do something. Do something. As the Bible says, that we have, God will bless the works of our hands. Move out every day. Go and do something you are doing. You will never know what God's blessing will come from. One day you'll be blessed according to your commitment and your will to work. So don't sit and wait for the age of 60 God to bless you. So I'm on your point. How do we incorporate the three? Vision, mission, and goals. In our life, we sit down and we set what we call a vision for our life, a vision for our business. A vision is a direction to where we want to go, to what we want to achieve, to what legacy do we want to leave behind. So after forming a vision which is broad, big, unimaginable, you get that? In nature, something which is very big, like as I told you, I want to be the president of Uganda 2040. You get that? By 2040 I may not be the president of Uganda, but by 2040 I may be nearly to the president of Uganda. You get that?
There will be signs that you will have done something that makes you closer to that post.
I've set my vision.
Okay.
After setting the vision, you'll have the mission. The mission is how you're going to get to your vision. You get that? Your structure to your vision. But before you reach the structure to your vision, you have to get the goals, which will help you to break this vision into pieces, one by one, which will make you to get to your vision. You get that? So when we break the goals, you may say, to get to the president of Uganda, 1, I need to study up to senior 6 is the qualification required. You get that? I need to get that senior 6 sleep. 2, I need to get money to contest as an MP or as a councillor for people to know me in my area. Then I go to MP for the big constituency. You get that? There I'll be known at the district level, and when I get there, I have to fight to be on the cabinet of Uganda, to be known in the whole country. When I get to the cabinet of Uganda, I need to fight to be in the ruling party, to get a big position among the board of that party. So you are breaking down how to get to your vision of being the president of Uganda. But there is also what we call the objectives. So objective, these are small things which you do to get to your goal. You get that? Like before you get the certificate of senior 6, you have to read and pass P7.
Yes.
The P7, after passing P7, you'll be promoted to secondary. After getting to secondary, you have to read and pass senior 4. After passing 4, you have to be promoted to A level. So those are small objectives which you have to set up to get there.
Okay. Well, at this point, we are taking a short commercial break. When we return, there is a very big question of how do I draw short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, especially depending on what I want to achieve now. That is where we are going to start from shortly as after the break. Welcome back from that break. This is Family Hour. Today is a Wednesday. We are looking at creating a roadmap that will help you to achieve your goals, especially of 2025. We are still in the early days where people are still taking decisions. Should I report back to that work or not? I was watching a video where an employer was very happy and excited because all the employees reported back this year. So I didn't know that that also excites the employers. Yes. But she was so excited and she said, "Oh, wow, thank God they all came back. You know, when we let you go for the holidays, we are not sure which decisions you're taking after the holidays. But I mean, so this is a year, I mean a month of restructuring, rethinking, planning, doing a lot of things. But most importantly, it's a time for you to reflect on what you want, the way you want to walk this year. That is why today we are looking at this particular topic. Jonan,
Yes.
Coming back before the break, there is what we call a short-term goal.
Yes.
There is a mid-term, and there is a long-term.
Yes.
And I think sometimes these things confuse people while they are setting goals. You realize that someone wants to achieve what we might think is a long-term goal,
Yes.
but they have listed it under the short-term. So how can people categorize their goals? Short-term, mid-term, and long-term?
Before we get to mid-term, long-term, and short-term goals, I want our viewers to first be directed to goals. You get that? Because all this comes to confuse our mind and have what we call Luganda. You get that? Lamenting.
Yes.
That I wish I did this, I wish I did this, I would have been here. So, what I would like our viewers to understand is to set a goal is better than looking at one. Should it be short? Should it be long? Should it be a medium-sized goal? Because a goal is what we want to achieve.
Yes.
You get that? So if we are looking at what we want to achieve, basically in this economy, basically in this economy, what I would prefer our viewers to think about is my goal smart? You get that? Is my goal smart?
Irrespective of its timing.
Yes. You get that? Is my goal smart? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Can I achieve this? Can I do this? Let me give an example. Today, we have people earning different amount of money as we speak now. But you may set a goal of saving and have some good money towards the end of the year. And this money is not just for luxury, but is to add on yourself something achievable. You get that? So when you set a goal this year, set a goal which you know we are looking at 2025. So in 2025, what do I want to achieve? So if we focus on what we want to achieve in 2025, it will help us to avoid all these guys in our mind that maybe let me set a longer term, let me set a medium term, let me set a short term. So our viewers should target that our goal should be 2025. We are in 2025 mission. So we are setting goals for 2025. What do I want to achieve in 2025? You've lamented for a long period of time. You've prayed for a long period of time. And you see things are not coming. One, I'll give the solutions now.
Yeah.
Instead of lamenting for short, long, and medium, this is what you should do. If you did not save money for last year, begin every month to save some money. Every month to save some money. Every month. If you saved, let me say, 10,000 a week, that is 520 the whole year. If you save 20,000 a week, that is 1,040,000 every year. If you save the 30,000, that is 1,560,000 every year. If you save the maybe 40,000, that is 2,120,000. You get that? Every year. But you should set goals. I was looking at my expenditure towards when I was ending the year. I went somewhere and I started looking at my expenditure, and I saw that I was spending a lot of money on some things which I may go without. You get that? And if I went without these things, it creates a lot of space for a lot of money. So our people shouldn't look now we are in 2025, don't look at the short-term and medium-term goals, but look at which goal do you have for this year financially. You get that? Financially, which goal do you have for this year? We want our people to develop, to achieve, and to get something which they can present that they have worked for this year.
Okay.
You get that?
Yeah.
If you are working somewhere and you are seeing that that business is not doing anything for you, if you're not getting profit in that business for you, look for some space and do something better than what you've been doing. You get that? Because we have all the suggestions inside us. What can we do? How can we do it? And where can we do this? And we have these ones who are loaded with a lot of money, but they don't know where to invest. Begin your journey to become wealthier. You get that? By investing that money in land. Invest that money in land. You will never know, by the end of the year you will have more acres of land. And if you have more acres of land, you will be part of the people who are wealthy in that area. So don't sit down, but have something which you can achieve by the end of 2025.
Okay.
Do something to show that there is a result for this. If you don't have a job, I remember one day when I was looking for a job, I used to go to companies and I say, I know you have not advertised for a job, but can you help me to be here, helping around with the different people and different departments. And trust me, everywhere I went, they allowed me to volunteer. After volunteering, like you have volunteered for 3 months, someone sees the effort, sees the love, sees how you like that place, sees how you love that job, sees how you do things. He just says, by the end of the month, you pay that younger boy some money, because he has seen there is something you are doing for them. And if you leave, there is a gap which needs to be fixed. So people should think to begin from where they have. There are some, maybe you just there, you don't have what you may want to put in some money, or what you may want to do something. So begin from there where you are now and do something. By the end of the year, you will say, I started this in January, but I've reached here. That is how the successful people do their things. They don't just imagine that and they are in air. No, they start from down, humble beginning, and it makes them to climb ladders and to get where they can testify. And that's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible wants. That God can bless you from where you are, and you'll be somewhere to testify for His glory to be seen, so that the people who are behind you can be able to see that if God did it for him, He's able to do it even for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, still on that very point, we know that we are operating in, I would call them financially hard days.
Yes.
For instance, people have an outcry, especially for the month of January.
Yes.
Where some people say they are 60 days, others say they are 100 days, others say they are 90. So, I mean, because I think it is a time of rechecking yourself, and this is a time where people have spent almost everything they had in December. So January is like they're starting from a fresh page. However, we can't rule out the fact that the economy is hard somehow.
Yes.
Everyone is crying.
Yes.
People in business are crying. People in employment are crying. So you realize that it is really hard, and we have a category of people that are surviving on God's mercy. So someone say, "In case So when they wake up and see the sun, that's all. It clocks night, they go home, they sleep, irrespective of the way they survive, they'll survive. So how can someone, even in such a situation, let down goals that are achievable?
This is possible. One way to lay down the goals which are achievable is very possible.
Okay.
Look at yourself and check yourself what you have been in 2025. You get that? One thing we fail to realize is that in this world, everyone is looking for a hard working and a focused person. Hard and focused person. If you show somewhere that you can focus to do something better, they will look for you. That's why I said start from where you are. You have little money right now. Think for something which you can invest in that money. You get that? If you invest that money, do well in that something you have invested in money, you will find that God will bless you to get where you want to be. The economy is bad, but there is money.
Where?
If you want to know that there is money, move out. Go to any big supermarket here. You will find people shopping in millions. You get that? So those people who are watching us, if it is January, head hunting us, we are individuals. But there are some people outside there who are loaded and buying things in the supermarket. Go there in the evening. You'll be amazed that money is there. So it is us to think. Don't think about others.
So is it just a mindset?
Mindset, and think individually about yourself.
Okay.
Don't think about others. If you want to think about others who have told you that the economy is hard, just spend 1 week. 1 week. Go to Lugogo. There are around 3 supermarkets there. Go to Lugogo and sit without doing anything. Sit around the doorway. You'll find people coming out from this supermarket, coming out from the other supermarket, coming out from the other supermarket. All are loaded.
Even CQs.
Yes.
Inside.
So that will indicate to you that there is money outside. But we need to work to get where those people are. Actually, I always challenge myself. When I move to the supermarket and I buy things which are very few, I tell myself that no, I need to work hard and get there so that I can shop in millions. You get that? So we should dream big. Edrine, where we are right now, when you see something, don't be challenged, but dream to get there. Dream to get there. When I was talking to my director of my O-level school in December, he told us that if you reach the age of 35 years and people have not yet called you an Illuminati or you've not gone to the lake, then you have a problem.
How old?
35. And they have not called you an Illuminati or you are going to the lake, you have a problem.
Isn't that too early?
No, it is not. You have a problem. You have to kick yourself. Why? At that age, you are still very poor. Yes. And I picked it. It is true.
Have they called you?
That is automatic. That is automatic. So people need to work and show that everywhere they go, people call them different names. Okay. When they begin calling you different names, you know that you're working. You know that you're going somewhere. You know that you're focusing to do something which people would get attracted to because they see something special and different in you. So we should ask ourselves, people, not to always look at the economy. You know, people talk about the economy, they talk about politics, they talk about many issues, but check yourself and ask yourself.
And when they fail, they will accuse the government.
Why about me? Why is it is me? Why is it that some people are driving? Why is it that there is traffic in Kampala?
And among the cars, I can only sit in one seat of the taxi.
One seat on the taxi. Why is it that there are many traffic? If you move Jinja Road up to Jinja, there's a lot of traffic. When you go to Bombo Road up to Bombo, there's traffic. When you go to the Western Route, this one, Mbarara, yes, there's traffic up to Nabingo. When you go to Entebbe Road, there's traffic up to Kajansi. People should ask that question, because there's no one person who is. It is not one person who is driving those cars, but they are around 2 million cars in Kampala. You get that? So people should ask, why is it that cars are moving and me are moving on foot? And challenge yourself on that you need to move forward and be like those people who are in traffic. Yes. Other than compensating yourself, you know, the economy, you know, they are paying me little amount of money. They are paying you little amount of money, but you can think beyond your employment to do something else. I see people with small cars parked on the roadside that they don't have fuel, calling friends, please ask me money for fuel. You get that? It is brain and mindset. You have a small car, you don't have fuel. I can just laugh at you. because we have very many apps of Uber, we have very many apps of Bolt. Put on the app on your phone. As you're moving home, direct it that I'm going to Mukono. Pick up the people who are going to Mukono and they give you fuel to Mukono and coming back to town to work. You have a boda using it to go and work and park it there. You get that? Evening time, use that boda to get some money instead of crying for money for fuel. I have one of my friend, right now is an MP, who used it to teach, but he could ride the boda at night when those people who know him are not around to see him. So he could ride it at night and save some money and go back to work when he's loaded. And they ask him, you man, we are all earning 250 on this job. Where do you get a lot of money you have? He didn't tell them the secret because he knew if he would tell them, they would laugh at him. So people fear things, we can promote them to go forward.
Okay.
So our viewers should be able to understand all these things. That it is not all about how people see you, but it is about how you see yourself to advance towards your achievement. Yes.
Now, there is, towards the end of the year, there was a very prominent meme that was on very many people's statuses.
Yes.
As someone says, on the 31st of December, I'll just go buy chicken, eat, and thank myself for trying. I mean, such things. But you realize when you read between the lines, it is a message of consolation.
Yes.
Probably someone lost out their resilience somewhere, or perseverance, and then as a way of consoling yourself to come back, you say, I've tried, I've given it my best, or I've given it my whole, but things have not turned out as expected. Let us talk about, in these remaining minutes, the role of resilience and perseverance, especially when it gets to achieving success.
People should know that living to end the year is not their will. It's the will of God. So you should not celebrate achieving when you have finished 31st December that you have achieved. But you should pray to God to thank Him for the life. You get that? That is not your achievement. Because your life is born to God.
You have no input.
You have no input in that. It is God who has left you there. It is God who has kept you safe. It is God who has kept you alive to December or to another year. So you should just live to thank God instead of buying chicken to eat. Thank God for that and save that money which you buy chicken to eat to start with investing in the next period of time. So how should people do what? How should people, instead of complaining,
stay on track, resiliently towards the end?
Towards the end. I have 3 points to talk about to end that. 1, people should think about themselves. You get that? I'm requesting all the viewers, all our people on the show, sit down in your room. Look at yourself and see all the areas you have failed in life. You get that? Look at areas which has made you to fail in life, because there are not many. And try to work on it to get where you're going. The second thing is you need to know yourself. You get that? In the amidst the year, people look at themselves, they go to the neighbor. After getting to the neighbor, they talk a lot. This one tells him, you know, this business works better than this. You know, if you invest here, you're going to get a lot of money than this. I always ask people questions. If you tell me about the business which works than this, and you have invested in that business, I always ask them, what have you achieved in that business? You get that? Instead of shifting from the business you're doing because of someone's talk, because you had it from a friend, ask that friend, what have you achieved in that business? If he shows you an asset to that business and he shows you the direction on how to work, you can change. But if we are not showed you all this, stay on the track to do your own business. So don't look at how people talk about other businesses. Because someone will tell you this business is very good, and you go to check the background of this person. Within the business he's doing, he doesn't even have a plot of 2 million. So how does the business become good and you don't own a plot of 2 million? How is the business become good and you still move in the taxi, you don't even have a border? How does the business become good and you are not advancing? When I come to your home, you are still renting. So ask people such questions to know and help you stay on the track. Now, I need 3 points, Edrine. Someone is asking, this is 2025. Yeah. I've passed through 2024 in a hard way. What should I do to get to where I want to be? I would like to tell that person who is viewing us now, 1, start from where you are. You get that? They should start from where they are now. Think of anything you can do within you, and it can help you to change a mind from your life. Start to do something you've not been doing. Instead of sitting home, go and volunteer somewhere. Instead of sitting home, go and do something else to help you, that you can accumulate the capital. We can help you to do that business. Instead of being like you are crying every day, you don't need to cry. There's something small which you can put in money and it help you to get where you want to be. Stop these things. So how will my friend see me? How will my hobby see me? If it is looking for this business which sells plastic and what to move around selling, do that. Hope that until you get the money to begin what you want to do. You get that? Begin from where you are now. 2, begin with what you have. Begin with what you have. You may not be having a lot, but you have your brain, you can talk, you have your hands, you can show someone that you have an energy. You get that? Begin with what you have. If you don't have money, you have an energy to do something, to lift something for someone to pay you. If you don't have money, you have the mind to talk something and someone pays you. If you don't have something, use a skill, learn and identify a skill within you. Which skill can I apply to get payment within this? You get that? Which skill can I do to get some money from this? Use what you have right now, and do what you can. You get that? People, instead of running to something you cannot do, do what you can do. Don't run to things which you cannot do. Do what you can do and do it well, do it in the best way so that the other people can appreciate what you're doing. So if you do that, you will know that life is not only about running fast, but it is about running smart to get where you want to be.
Wow. What are your closing remarks as we wind up this discussion?
My closing remarks, we are in 2025. This is a year of politics. This is a year of many people where many youths are being taken away from different things which does not help them. Young people who are watching us, it is high time to change your life in 2025. No politician, no leader, no anybody who is coming to change your life. It is you yourself to change your life today. So if you're going to shout for people, you will shout and you're going to vote 2026 in January. After eating this small money, you'll be left there and you wait for another 5 years to come. So look at your life right now and see what ways and how can you change that life. Instead of shouting for politicians, think for something which can change your life. Instead of replying every message on social media, you find people replying everything which comes. He's there to reply. Everything which comes, he's there to reply. And you ask, when did this person work? When does this person think? When does this person do anything? So do something which is productive for you. Some are in sports. The whole weekend you are thinking about money and arson, and you're not earning anything in that because you're in sports. You meet them shouting and doing a lot of things. Think about something which can change your life. We need a generation which is going to change this economy. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Jonan, and thank you so much to you, our viewer. Wow, I think I fell in love with your closing remarks, especially to the youth out there. The politician that you're running with set their vision, and so, like I said earlier, they have their strategy. So you're only helping them fulfill their strategy. Who will ever fulfill your strategy? Because if you don't have a strategy, then you're in other people's plans. So draw your plan and follow your plan, so that at one point people will come running with you in your plan. So that is it from us and the entire team. Jonah, Jal, Owakabi, we have Muumza, and from the entire team, we wish you a blessed night.
Family Hour, empowering families one episode at a time. Together, we build strong, healthy, and thriving families with our daily dose of inspiration and expert insights on topics that matter, like education and career growth.
God did not give the white people or the black people less